Good to be with you here today, Dana Harper and my lovely wife.
Amelia Oniyama Harper.
If you don't know, I think you might know, but if not, this is a live we're going to be doing just to do a quick 8 month update because 8 months ago, we were actually about 10 months ago, we found ourselves in a really crazy situation.
Real quick. I just want to make sure, just like we're doing good here. All right, I see that we're good to
Are
go.
we live?
Yes, we are live. So
Nice.
I'm going to just make sure that let us know where you're watching from. If you're watching us right now, just let us know where you're watching from. And we don't normally go live together because Mr. Introvert here, I'm the extrovert. I'll sometimes I'm not an extrovert. Sometimes I just want to wear my robe and put on my muumuu. And yes, I wear a muumuu. Put on my like my brother calls it, my Squidward tentacle bonnet and my squid hat. And I just want to just relax. Um, but today we're going live together because we're super excited. We want to update you as to how it's been going for us and just what's been going on. Right? Better to do it just one time and everybody watches than calling every single person. But I'm really excited to jump on live here with my awesome Mr. Harper.
And I'm actually going to see if I can share this because this is new. This is new.
I think you did it. Did you do it?
Okay, so you shared your stuff, so let's see how it looks. So, how where were we about 10 months ago? Well, and maybe some of you relate, but we were definitely in a situation where we had a lot of uncertainties in our career, in our life. We were living in, still are living in Africa,
Half the year.
building an international business, but we felt that at that time that there was didn't feel it's let's just be completely honest. There was a lot of things that were taken away from us
Absolutely.
in our career and our business. Now this is after me being involved in this industry for 20 plus years, 23 plus years. My wife similar to that time, and things were really, really good. But we started noticing that we were in a situation where things were being taken away, and the future didn't look so bright. In fact, it was a little scary.
I mean, we had for some of you. I mean, if you don't know already, um, we've been in the partnership marketing industry or the marketing field for how long have you been?
This year will be 20. This year will be 24 years.
And it's like 18 years for me. And we kind of met in the middle of that, and it was absolutely the best thing that could happen for us. We had a lot of big goals and dreams for our families, and you can probably relate to that. You want to have your own time freedom. You want to be able to build the life of your dreams, and do the things that you love and that you're passionate about. And definitely didn't want to have a 40-year plan with the job. Wanted to be able to just, travel the world. And most of my family knows Amelia. In fact, my uncle just called. He was like, he's probably watching this. He was like, "Where are you right now in the world?" But that happened because of this industry. And I mean, my husband. I mean, you were traveling around too, but working traditional job, and you started out as a machinist
Yes.
in this industry.
Blue collar worker, shy, introverted. Last person you would ever think that would be successful in a people business. But I wanted more. I wanted more out of my situation. I knew that I was going to have a family one day, and I didn't want to be that husband or that father that the family barely saw. Right, only saw coming home late in the evenings, exhausted, tired, and then being gone before they could even wake up in the morning. Right, I didn't want to have that type of lifestyle. So this industry was the answer. Right?
Changed our lives. We were able to the first go around, change our income. We made in our first 6 months. What it took us like years. We replaced our income then, and we were able to build that business to 7 figures, which is like, crazy. But then, we planted our flag. We planted our flag. It was our forever home. We didn't have any other plans. We're not the type of people that hop around. There are some people. I mean, everyone has their own reason, but some people just hop around, place to place. Um, hop around place to place, changing companies, but we didn't need to do that because we had found our home. But then we had the rug pulled from underneath us. And it was a situation that it's one thing from a company standpoint, you just see the partners as a number. And I think that's how we kind of felt after a while when the big change happened. We lost our founders in the company that we originally chose. And so we were kind of married into a new situation that was not our choice. And because of that, a lot of things that, we were excited about that gave us the life that we had in that business were taken away from us. And it was crazy.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. I mean, you're definitely in a situation where you feel a little helpless, and so it wasn't that we are looking for something new, but we were not. We didn't feel comfortable to introduce new people to what we were doing. We were actually trying to be patient and hoping that the company would figure themselves out, and we could, feel confident to share it with other people. But that never happened, and so um, we did have the mindset though that maybe, hey, we're gonna maybe just try a new system. So I started looking through the industry and seeing what people are doing right now in this industry of work from home network marketing. What are the systems? What are some of the companies doing? Just to get some ideas, and it led me and my wife into a 2 month research project where we literally dove into over 100 companies, looking at their comp plans, policies and procedures, systems, just everything. And that was what caused us to stumble upon the company that you see right here.
Yes, I'm so excited. In fact, hey Katie, how are you?
Hey, Katie, good to see you.
Hey Sandy and Twyla. Yes, like it absolutely changed our lives. So let's talk about the search for a second.
Okay.
Because we were not recruited, by the way. So if you're someone that's just on here and you're like just watching, that's all we were doing. I mean, we weren't even looking, we were trying to make the best of a situation. And then in our research, how many companies did we research?
So it was over 100, and I know that because I used an online tool that sorted out the top 100 fastest momentum companies, right, in the industry at that time. That was about 10 months ago. And so I was going through things and going through each company. Some companies we dug a little deeper than others. Some just surface level, saw a few things that nope, that's not in alignment. We had some non-negotiables that I wouldn't be interested in at all. And as we were going through those companies, and I remember seeing the name Partner Co. I never had heard of the company before.
Yes.
And saw some things about it. Said, "Oh, this is amazing." But I kept looking at other companies. I kept diving deep, right? Because I think I got to Partner Co. around company number 30 or 35, right?
Yes.
But I kept going. But what was crazy is as I kept looking at more companies, I kept comparing it back to what I saw with Partner Co. Well, this is not as good. This is not what they is not as good. I kept referring back. That became like the baseline.
Yes.
For my
and it felt like they had some things that were foundational to the company that we thought had been lost in the industry after so many years. We thought we would never experience any of those things, and they even did it better. It's almost like they figured everything out as far as the best way to have a compensation plan that is truly something you can rely on. They figured out the best way to have products that they're not tampering with you're going to hear about it in a little bit. They're not tampering with the formulation of the products. They protect, the product. They protect, the partners. I mean, they just had all of these cool things that I was like, man, is it really possible that in this industry there's something like this? Well, guess what?
Yeah, absolutely. Because I mean, at the end of the day, anyone who does this industry full time that is looking to make that type of large income, they want to be able to plant their flag in something that they feel confident about, that they feel like they can really put their name and reputation behind, and they feel heard, right? Because at the end of the day, we work very, very hard in the field, right? When I say in the field, it's online nowadays, but we work very,
very global field.
We work very, very hard, and so you want to be part of a company, right? That hears your voice, right? And then listens.
And this is so important what he's saying, because we've always believed in the gift of being able to grow an international business. We've never been ones to like have a really big team in our backyard. but we had big teams globally. And so we really needed something that would support that type of build, and it could really help us to duplicate fast and sustain and nurture systems that will allow the business to grow. And we couldn't believe it. This company literally check everything.
It was almost seemed too good to be true. Um, so when we finally got a chance to speak to the owners,
Well, we saw a picture first.
well, yeah, I mean, we saw a lot of stuff.
We saw a picture, and we were able to put 1 + 2 together, and we realized, and we saw a picture from someone who, like, she's absolutely amazing, our former GM and now our current. She's absolutely wonderful, Miss Katie Larson, and she posted a picture at a retreat that the company had in the Bahamas.
I remember when I first saw this picture, I was shocked at the diversity, different ages, different races, ethnicities, all representing the top levels of the company that won this retreat. And I remember that I saw that picture, and I realized it was that same company that I had been researching. I said, wow. Later on that day, now I didn't know she saw the same picture on her time frame on her feed, but later on, I think the same day,
yes,
because she didn't know I was looking at
I didn't know he was looking and researching companies.
And I know she was. I said to her later the day, I said, hey, by the way, because I think we just finished a leadership call with the company we were with at that time, and everyone was like kind of arguing on the call,
like,
and
arguing, and there was like a whole lot of like miscommunication and bad feelings, and so we were just like drained, like, oh.
And after that call, I remember I looked at my wife, and I almost said it jokingly. I was like, well, just so you know, I've actually been looking at some companies, and there's one that's like absolutely amazing.
And I was like, wait, I've been looking at companies. I was like, is it PartnerCo? He was like, oh.
I was like, it's like mind reading. Like, how do you know about this PartnerCo, right? And then she had told me that she had seen some stuff. She saw the same picture that I saw, and it felt like the stars were aligning for us, right? I felt everything was in alignment, but it didn't stop there, because we reached out. We wanted to learn more about the comp plan, the policy procedures. We wanted to meet the owners. Very, very important, right? Because you have to know who has control of the company and what their motives are. Very, yes. Very, very important.
And they took time out of their busy schedule. I think they were traveling the world for, Japan was coming up as far as launch. There's stuff going on in Europe, and they took the time, and we met virtually, and we were sitting actually in the same office, our home office, all the way in Africa, and we met with them. Katie, John Wadsworth, and Darren Zobrist. And wouldn't you know that on that call, and I'm going to say this boldly and loudly, I know you're watching this is like public, they didn't even talk about some big company vision or anything. They wanted to get to know us. They wanted to get to know like where we were, like our families, like our goals, and, what we wanted out of, the next opportunity. And there was something that they said that literally warmed my heart. They're like, after they heard our story and then talked about their families and talked about their values, and, they said, you know what? You're PartnerCo people. You're definitely PartnerCo people. And I was like, that felt so nice to me. I was like, yeah, I think I could be, And how did you feel from that meeting with them?
You know what? I hadn't, in all my 23 years in this industry, I've never felt that type of connection before, except with one other ownership team, and that was the team that we had lost through a tragic accident, right? How you could tell that they were doing the business to help other people, right? They wanted to provide an opportunity for people, and their motive was for others,
yes,
right?
They care about you.
Yes. And I had never felt that before. And I literally thought that we would never find that again. But when we met Darren and John, it was like, it just triggered that same feeling. And I was like, wow, it was like everything. If we could have said a prayer and asked for everything that we needed to be in a company, it was like, it was just all there, all the way down to who was running the company themselves.
Absolutely.
So it was
absolutely. So a lot of great things intrigued us when we started to really look into the number, like look at the details, because you have to make an educated and informed decision. There were a lot of things. I mean, I still have the journal that I had in that research, with all the notes that I was taking. We spoke with Katie, we met a lot of the other management team with PartnerCo, and what we found out, you know, not only did they have the systems to support, you know, fast growth, because if we were coming on, we knew that we were going to go to work,
Yes.
and we were already gearing up to invent, a new system to support the other business, but everything was plug and play here, right? And so, right when we made that decision to say yes to PartnerCo, we went to work plugging into that system of growth that they already had in place. And how did it go?
Better than we ever even anticipated. In fact, we're going to give a quick update, just because there's been people that I know have been following us. We are not one that really sometimes share a lot publicly, but we do have times like this that we want to share because we want people to really know, especially if they're looking right now, um, what we found
And how it's been
and how it's been
going.
going, right? So, I mean, when we when we started, so it took us, like I said, over 2 months to investigate this and that. We ended up um, flying in and meeting everyone in person, and then we made a decision, right? And from that moment of making the decision, um, a lot has happened, and we've been able to achieve a prestigious position within the company called CEO, um, and it's been absolutely amazing. In fact, we accomplished that within 8 weeks.
And it's like the top 0.1%
Yeah,
of the
yeah,
company.
yeah.
I mean, honestly, I didn't even know what all of these
We
titles
didn't.
meant.
I remember when they told us, like, and I think when we first hit like senior officers, like 1 week or something like that,
1%.
and they're like,
You did that in record time.
congratulate us. We're like, okay. I at that point I still didn't even know what the ranks were in the in the comp plan, but it was awesome, right? To see the income that we needed to have that we lost, but from walking away, and we walked away completely from our other company to
We
see
did
that.
not roll over
No,
a team, guys. It was just we started from the trenches because we saw the system that they had, and we knew that it would support builders like us.
yeah,
And so if you're out there and you're like, man, can I literally, it met us more than 90% of the way. We just had to do what we knew exactly how to do.
and if anyone's in that situation, we can relate how scary it is.
Oh my
To
gosh.
start from scratch, to start from the beginning, is scary. But here's what I can tell you is that if you know this industry, if you've built business before, you have nothing to be scared about.
Yes.
If you find a company like PartnerCo, right? Because if you find a company like this where you are actually rewarded for your work, your team is rewarded for your work, then you're going to have absolutely no problems. And again, it's getting easier with the systems in place, the things that we have in place. As you can see, this is one of our this is our sponsor. We chose James Zhang. He congratulated us. He recognized us, and he mentioned that we are in Africa, Lagos, Nigeria, running our business and built successful teams throughout the U.S., Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and it's all from another continent that is in a third world country, basically. So
true freedom. They have cracked the code. They know exactly what works, and they're willing to share.
yeah,
Okay.
yes,
You have never met a leadership group of like incredible leaders in this business. No matter what team, they blur the lines of sponsorship, right? There's no your team, my team. They share best practices. Like they're willing to share technology. We were able to plug into a system that immediately was had like a built-in follow-up system into it, and all of our team could use the exact same technology for free.
the onboarding,
The onboarding.
AI powered onboarding that literally takes people step by step, where we didn't have to launch people and spend an hour or two of our time with each person that's joining. Amazing.
The funniest thing he used to say, we were able to get to that position without doing a single presentation. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
And they were like, "Do you have a presentation?" No. I don't. Because the system, you just send a link and
Exactly. In fact, even today, 8 months in, I can probably count on one hand how many presentations, like actual presentations we've done.
Right.
It's been more just using our system.
Because you're the leader and you should be the leader and do a presentation, I think. You know, so but
our success is not us, right? We found this amazing company, and we love, again, yes, we're happy with the success we've seen, but what makes me even more joyful, what brings more joy to my heart, and I know Amelia's heart, is all the people that also have been able to succeed, right? I mean, all the different rank promotions that have happened. And we threw this together real quick. This is not even a fraction, right? But just to see the faces, these wonderful people who became our family, who some of them were also very nervous about starting something new or not being able to make income, right away.
And some of them were done.
Yes.
With this business, which
I'll be
with this industry. I'll be really honest with you. It scared me so much that right before Partner Co. showed up in our lives, almost like rescue from the divine one, from the Almighty, I literally sat there and I was starting to put away and close my home office because I was like, I think I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm done, and it scared me. So if you're there, trust me, we get it.
Yeah.
And so many of these families, these are dear friends that you see in this picture, so many of them were at that point where it was like, you know what, I'm done. It's over. Yeah. I'm done with this, guys.
So I mean, that brings so much joy to our heart. And I know we're just getting started, right? We've just some more updates. Again, this is all in the last 8 months. My wife and I, we feel very honored, very privileged that we have been given the invitation to be part of what's called the Partner Council for Africa. So this is a group of leaders that are in the field that work hand in hand with corporate to help with the direction of that market. And we feel very, very honored. Our mentors, right, our sponsor, James and Becky Zhang, they're Partner Council for North America. We've had people now in our team, like Rick and Janine Kearney, who are Partner Council members for Australia. And this is all in just a short amount of time, which is
I want you to
amazing.
Speak into, real quick, the power of having something like Partner Council.
Yeah, because
let's talk about that for a quick second, like a quick minute.
It's amazing, right? I mean, and some companies have, groups that, that make it to the top, and that they're put into this group, but it's mostly for recognition. Here, Partner Council represents the field to corporate, works hand in hand, and they have a role that's actually legitimately put into the policies and procedures that every single one of us sign when we get involved with the company. Those policies and procedures actually have what's called a Bill of Rights, something I've never seen any other company have. A Bill of Rights that protects the field from the company. And it protects the field against things like, we've seen that, right? Companies sometimes that will change formulations without notice or without even telling you of the products that you're representing, that you're trying to tell people are the best. And the company just decides, oh, we want to save some money, we're going to change the formulation. And they don't even tell you. Things where the company changes comp plans, right? Mm-hmm. And that was what we experienced. We experienced comp plan changes where we just seen things taken away from us, savings, taken away from us, retirement taken away from us.
So much. I'll put that bill right in the comments below.
Types of the compensation plan that paid us the most just being eliminated, right? And with this Bill of Rights that Partner Co has, the company can't change legally, according to their policies, procedures, and their terms and conditions, can't change the compensation plan without the knowledge and really the buy-in of the entire council, which means that the field, we have a vote, right? We have a say, and that's just amazing. All these different types of the Bill of Rights basically saying that you have the right to keep your agreement that you signed with the company, even if they want to change to another agreement, you have the right to keep the original agreement that you signed when you got involved with the company. These are some incredible things, and again, that is part of what the Partner Council represents, is those voices in the field for those marketplaces. And so it's amazing. It's an honor, and it's something that so quickly I never thought would be something that we would be experiencing so quickly. But it's just an amazing thing.
I'm going to put a copy of the Bill of Rights in the chats in the comments later so that you can check it out for yourself. Of course, you can go on Partner Co. website and everything. You read all about it as well.
Absolutely. What else has happened in the last 8 months?
Well, by our 4th month in, we were already qualified for our first incentive trip to Puerto Rico to go to the I've heard of 7-star, but this was an 8-star resort.
It was a star that'd be above anything I've ever seen.
Nothing I've ever heard of before, where the founders live in Puerto Rico. And y'all, it was just the most beautiful place I've seen. And we were there with so many incredible leaders that we're now getting to know our new leadership family, which we quickly were able to qualify for that. And that was just so surreal. As you can see in the picture there, taking pictures with John and Darren, and getting to really spend that intimate time with them, where they were able to share, their vision, but most importantly, they listened to us. Yeah. Remember, we went there to hear from them, but do you know they spend the majority of their time, listening to us, listening to the field, listening to the leaders, right? That is the type of partnership that you have here. It's wonderful.
I'm still literally reminiscing about this trip. And what's crazy is that it doesn't even seem like it was that long ago.
I know.
But since that time, we've already qualified for
our next trip.
That's actually happening. We're leaving next week from Africa. But the trip will actually be in a couple weeks from now in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, all expense paid. Absolutely just amazing, right? And we found out they had a preparation call like a day or two
You can
ago.
tell he's so excited about this trip.
We've
been taking our drops, losing our weight, trying to get all sexy. Oh, good.
Very
it's
excited.
Be wonderful.
But what they shared is you remember this trip? There's 175 people
175
that are coming to this trip
qualified. Last year it was 85 or 75? Look at that type of growth. Qualifying for this trip means massive explosion of momentum in businesses and in the company, right? I remember looking at one of the Connect events we just had. I think it was the one for Africa, and it was shared that the company has grown over 3,000% or something like that. It was just crazy growth, and all of these amazing partners like yourself qualifying for this trip.
Well, it's no surprise. I mean, here's some of the notes that we just found out. I mean, just in 2024, last year, Partner Co had over 100,000 partners that joined last year. 100,000 partners. And get this, okay? Over 450,000 promotions last year. 450,000 promotions.
Man.
Right? So it makes sense, right? That's why so many people are qualifying for these trips that are not right. They're not the easiest to qualify for. But if you're doing the activity to make money,
and you have a company and a system to support you, it's getting done.
It's getting done, right?
It's
and
getting
so
done.
many are getting done, and not just here in the U.S. or I say here, we're in Africa, but we're U.S. distributors, right? But we have people on our team qualifying, right? Punta Cana, Miss Mama Sandy, right? Sandra Haynes, Paul Twilight Wadsworth already qualified for a trip to Punta Cana, right?
Yes, we have team-led retreats, champions retreats that are, qualifications that are going on right now. That's still open, by the way. If you're looking for to qualify for a trip as well, we can help you with that.
Yeah, because that trip's going to be in July, and then we have Janine and Rick, and also Jody and Michael, who qualified for an all-expense trip. As well. I don't even know where that is. Malaysia, right?
Yes.
Malaysia. And that's happening in May for them.
That's a corporate retreat.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's awesome, like we said, to see so many people on the team also having success, living the life, right? Because Partner Co, right? Look at my shirt right here. Partner Co is 3 things. They're your business partner,
wellness partner, and lifestyle.
Your business partner and your lifestyle partner, right? They want you to experience the lifestyle as well. So in 8 months, we've definitely seen the financial changes in our life. But is that the only changes we've seen?
Physical changes, y'all. Come on. Like, this has been wonderful. If you haven't heard already, of course, we know all about Partner Co. having the original Tiki Shinoni, but the drops. The body balancing drops. If you don't know about the drops, just scroll down on my page, okay? Like, the drops are amazing, the viral drops, and we've been taking the drops. I started on the drops in August. First thing first, I lost like 18 pounds in a couple of months, 5 pounds my first week, but wasn't really trying to make any lifestyle changes at that point. And then January, we did the 28-day body balance challenge together. And it's always better together, isn't it? And wouldn't you know, I fly into the Destin event, and guess what? I actually won third place. Body transformation. I lost 23 pounds in 28 days on these body balancing, hormone balancing drops.
Look at her. Doesn't she look amazing? Just looks absolutely amazing. I mean,
yes.
That's just, I mean, that in itself. Imagine if there was no financial reward.
That's it. And there's a lot of non-scale victories from this challenge, being on these amazing products that are that work, where they're not changing the formulation without telling somebody. I mean, these products are wonderful. I feel like I finally, got a hold of my body and a lot of health issues that I started to develop from postpartum and hormone imbalance, just a lot of things going on with me. I was diagnosed with endometriosis. So really a lot of hormonal issues. And because of these drops, like, I can definitely feel like I have my pain-free, he knows. I'm trying to like not go into details personally on this. Some of you have seen some of my lives where I talk about my health journey, but this has been transformational is all I can say.
And we're not saying anything about making any type of claims as far as products curing anything or anything like that. But at the end of the day, and I'll just go to my story about the weight that I've lost. Sometimes you can try different things, diets, regimens, all these type of different things, and you feel like you're stuck, right? Yes. And sometimes I found out that it's not only your discipline. It's not your discipline. Sometimes it's not your.
Sometimes it's out of your control.
Sometimes it's out of your control because it's your hormones, right? And so what these products do is they balance your hormones, right, to allow your body the best possible chance to lose that weight. In fact, it's already studied, right? It's already proven and studied that these drops, people lose twice as much weight with the drops than they do without it when it comes to just exercise and good eating habits. We still say that you should have good eating habits. You still should exercise. I haven't really exercised much since I've done this, but I have tried to eat better. But with the drops, it's made me see the results. Over 20 pounds down in the 28 days on this body balancing challenge that we did. It was absolutely amazing, right? And we've seen so many other people. So many people, even Erica D'Amico won first place, right?
Yes,
and transforming her body.
So it's not. I mean, this is every single person is having so much success being on these products. Erica had the most amazing story, and if you don't know, just go down on my page or go to Erica D'Amico page, and she had the most amazing transformation on these drops, and she won first place, and that was so heartwarming to see her success on the products. Just absolutely fantastic.
So what else has been occurring? Well, of course, in the last 8 months, we've had teams blowing up in every area of the areas that we've been focusing on. U.S. This is one of the events that happened in the U.S. In the end of 2024. A Connect event, which is kind of like it's just a regional
January
event.
Babe.
Was it January? Sorry, January 2025, right? So U.S. teams are blowing up. Canada, Australia.
Let's talk about Canada. And Canada's official. This is pre-launch, guys. Pre-launch. Official launch is coming up in May.
Yes.
I mean, the market is exploding.
Calgary, Canada. Right?
Calgary, Canada.
And man, I'll tell you the exact date. It's going to be May 29th,
30th,
through the 31st.
Yes. So, I mean, so much explosion in all parts of our organization globally, and adding more countries, adding on. We're meeting leaders every single day that are coming over because they man, this company's got it all together.
Yeah.
And
Australia's blowing up. They're causing the company to really focus, and they've launched products out there. They launched drops out there in Australia
And so much
and New Zealand.
success in the teams out there. Congrats to our incredible leadership as part of our personal organization. All the leadership are doing wonderful.
Yeah.
Rick and Janine, oh my gosh, you guys are. We're just so happy for your success. We're happy for all of the success. The Garners, every single person. But let's talk about Africa. Oh my gosh!
So another market that we're directly working in, of course, because we live here, is Africa, specifically in Nigeria right now. And we just had our Nigeria's first ever Connect event just last month. And look at that we had, I'm so proud of the Nigerian team, right? So much success, such a great event. It was just absolutely amazing. And again, this is just the beginning. This is just the start.
And this thing with launching Africa, guys, this has been a dream of ours for
a long
time. And we are so excited to have such wonderful partnership with PartnerCo that they're willing to pour into this market. We had one of the most elegant, exquisite events for a first ever event here in Nigeria, in Lagos, Nigeria, and it was so wonderful.
So if you know people internationally, that was one thing that really drew us to the company. The fact that the company has over 50 countries that they're licensed in, including places like mainland China. To get a license to do business in mainland China for a direct sales company is almost impossible. And PartnerCo has it, right? They do business in Dubai, right? I think that's another area that I don't hear a lot of network marketing companies in Dubai. They do business in Dubai, right? They do business, and then Africa, right? Not just Nigeria, but multiple African countries all around the world, all throughout Europe, all through Mexico, US, Canada. You name it, right? We are.
I remember asking the founders, like, how are you able to accomplish this? Like, to have this seamless, rolling out of all these markets, and they just understand business. Mr. Darren Zobris, which some of you, if you want to hear directly from them, we have a special treat for you.
Yes.
That we're going to open up. But you're going to hear how wonderful they are as far as being astute businessmen. They know exactly what it takes to launch a market. Darren has a background in finance, and he's someone that has launched international businesses successfully. He just knows how to bring on high-level executives that know exactly how to open markets, maintain markets, sustain growth, build growth. We're in such good hands, and we can do exactly what we do best.
That's it.
Which is just build our teams and not have to worry about the corporate stuff.
That's it. So how's it going? Well, it's going great, but we literally are just getting started. Just getting started. That's what we're excited about, because everything that we showed you so far is just an update. Has been amazing, but we feel like we haven't even scratched the surface.
It's just 8 months. I feel like it's been like 3 years or 4 years.
I know.
But it's just
haven't even scratched the surface, and it's only getting better right now. People are literally coming to us. They're asking about the products. They're asking about what we're offering. People right now are asking about PartnerCo. Why? Because the word is spreading. Last year, 2024, do you realize in the entire industry worldwide of network marketing, there was only 4 companies that did over 200 million in revenue for the year. Only 4 in the entire industry worldwide, and we are one of them. PartnerCo is one of them, right? So the word is getting out, and it's a 2-year PartnerCo as a company, 2 years old, right? Most people have never even heard of it, and so now people are asking, "What's PartnerCo? What is PartnerCo? Who is PartnerCo?" And to answer people's questions, there's something very, very special happening.
You excited?
I'm excited because tomorrow there's going to be a very special program happening in the morning online with the owners of PartnerCo, Mr. Darren Zobris, Mr. John Wadsworth, and President Miss Katie Holt Larson, right? This is going to be amazing because they're going to go over why 100,000 people chose PartnerCo last year, why PartnerCo is one of the 4 companies, right, that have been that profitable, that made that much revenue last year. Why, even after 2 years of being a startup company, they're already profitable as a company, right? And where the future is going. Again, their motives, what they're about, but where are they going, right? Where are we going as a company? So
The timing couldn't be more perfect. When so many companies right now are folding, guys, things are happening out there.
Yeah.
And we know there are a lot of people that are feeling uncertain. We know that a lot of people are feeling like, you know what? I don't think there's anything else out there in this industry. Lies. Partnerco is doing.
We felt that way. We
We
understand.
get it.
We get it.
We get it.
And then we found this, and it was a godsend. And so, if you feel that way, here's what I will just tell you: don't give up on your dreams that easily before you take a look at this. This is going to be a webinar style. It's not a presentation. It's no going to be no fluff, no hype, no, there it's just going to be a real conversation with these three individuals in webinar mode. What does that mean? If you're not too familiar with that, it means you can be a fly in the wall. Nobody's going to know you're on.
Yeah.
We can't see.
You can be like him, where he would
on.
join webinars and choose the name James Doe. James.
Well, those would be for like meetings, right, where you can see who's on. But this is a webinar.
Oh yeah, it's webinar mode.
You can't even. No one can see who's on. So any of you who are seeing this right now, even if you're just a little bit curious, even if you feel like you're not interested in this industry anymore, or that you feel like there's no future, that you're just disappointed, you're hurt, whatever the case, right? I would tell you, it's going to be worth it for you if you can jump on this and be just a fly in the wall and just see who's behind this amazing opportunity, amazing company, right? It's going to be in the morning tomorrow, 7 a.m. Pacific, 8 a.m. Mountain, 9 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Eastern.
Yes.
There's only 1,000 slots, from my understanding. I guarantee it will be filled up, without a doubt. It will be completely filled up.
Gosh, get on early.
So get on early.
If you're somewhere with a few people, maybe you can all watch together. Do a little watch party in person if possible. I know it's early in the morning, but the key is get on early. Okay, get on early. Of course, if you have any questions, reach out to us, but just get on early and hear from them. Like, trust me, it's going to be one of the most important things you ever listen to or watch.
And if you can't get on, just send us a message, right? Send us a message, because we might have some loopholes to be able to still show you what's going on with it, right? if there's no more seats on the actual Zoom itself, so just reach out, let us know. But if you want details, you see it on the screen here, but also you can take a screenshot or reach out to us directly, because in case. I don't even know if there's a password. There might be a password.
I don't think.
Reach out to us, and we'll make sure to get you the details, right? But at the end of the day, lock this into your calendar. Be there, because it is going to be absolutely amazing.
Yes, it is the time to go all in with Partnerco. We're just now getting started. We're so excited about our now, about the future. We're excited about Africa. We're excited about US, international, and we're just so excited to have a true partner in this industry, and that's Partnerco.
And thank you for saying international. If you notice, we also put West African time on there. So 3 p.m. West African time, that's Nigerian time, because that's a great time for even people in Africa. And yes, this relates to you too, because these are the owners of the company. So if you're watching 3 p.m. West African Nigeria time, get on this. Get on this Zoom. So you can get the details and know what you're a part of.
I truly believe this is going to be the pivotal turning point for every single person. And this is your time. This is your time. If you don't believe in you, we believe in you. All of us here in Partnerco believe in you. Trust me. Just get on one of our IPA calls. You'll see. Just get on the call tomorrow. You'll meet the founders. You'll truly feel the heartbeat of this company. And it's not just a company, it's a family. And it's really life-changing. So we're excited.
Becky Zhang calls it she just put it in the post, a unicorn company. You're absolutely right.
Yes.
A unicorn company. It's something that people can search their entire lives sometimes and not find something as good as.
I couldn't believe we found. I still pinch myself every day. I don't even understand how this. I just thank God, and that's all you can do. When things like this happen, you thank God. And even if you are somewhere right now, you're feeling like, oh, I don't know. Just trust the process. The fact that you're even seeing this live right now might be that you're getting a wake-up call.
Yeah. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate you definitely being with us here today. And don't be a stranger. Even if maybe this is something that you can't be a part of at this time, follow our journey, stay connected. We love people that have like-minded, they're like-minded, they're like us. We love connecting with people. So looking forward to connecting with you very, very soon in the near future.
All right. Well, we'll put the flyer also in the comments below. So we look